The year was 1492, in a fog-shrouded village nestled between the Apennine mountains of Italy. The villagers of Monteverdi spoke in hushed tones of a secret conclave, a hidden society of scholars and alchemists, rumored to have unlocked knowledge too dangerous for the common eye. Few dared speak their name aloud. The Silent Conclave, Elena, a young herbalist, had come to the village to apprentice with a reputed healer. From the first night, she noticed the peculiar tension in the air, the unnatural quiet after sunset. Even the wind seemed to hesitate before entering the narrow cobblestone streets. Every breath she drew felt thick, heavy, a slow inhale through frost-coated lungs, a pause, and then a trembling exhale into the cold night. One evening, guided by an old friend, she followed the sound of faint chanting to the ruins of an abandoned monastery on the hill. Moonlight barely penetrated the dense fog. There, she saw them, 7 figures, in hooded black robes, standing in a perfect circle around a shallow pit filled with smoldering herbs. Their hands were raised, tracing patterns in the air, leaving trails of glowing ash suspended above the pit like suspended stars. Elena's heart pounded, in, out, slow, deliberate breaths, trying to steady herself. The air smelled of wet stone and something metallic, sharp, and almost alive. The figures began speaking in a language she did not know, each syllable reverberating through the ruins like the echo of centuries. The ash spiraled upwards, forming shapes that seemed almost human before dissolving into the night. She wanted to flee, but her legs refused. The ground beneath her felt alive, pulsing in rhythm with the chanting. One of the cloaked figures turned sharply in her direction. Elena froze, barely breathing. Then, almost imperceptibly, the figure's gaze seemed to pass through her, weighing her very soul. Moments later, the ritual ended. The figures vanished into the fog as silently as they had appeared, leaving only the faint glow of extinguished embers in the pit. Elena stumbled down the hill, lungs burning, the echo of the language lingering in her mind. For weeks, she avoided the ruins, yet every night, when the fog rolled down from the mountains, she swore she could hear whispers, soft and knowing, brushing against the eaves of her window. Years later, she left Monteverdi, but the memory never faded. She recorded her observations in coded notes, warnings meant for anyone who might follow in her steps. And though the Silent Conclave vanished from local memory, travelers still report seeing flickering lights on the monastery hill, shadows moving where none should be, and hearing words that no human should speak. Some say the conclave's knowledge was destroyed. Others believe it sleeps still, buried in fog, waiting for someone curious enough, or foolish enough, to awaken it.